some food for the critters out there. We're going to go out there and take a look around and show off my backyard.
This isn't our lunch, is it?
No.
This is what we have now. It's a big pad of sargassum weed in the Caribbean that's growing tremendously because of the nutrients from the Amazon River and the Mississippi River. So the nutrients are coming out and building this giant pad. And it's breaking off and it's clogging up the beaches in the Caribbean at a lot of the resorts. And the seaweed's protected, so you can't harvest it for fuel or fertilizer. Right?
Actually, I'm just going to grab some more in just a second.
Yeah. Bring it right here, shake it out. You can see all the sea creatures in it. Seahorse right here.
There's a seahorse.
This is a seahorse. This is a juvenile seahorse. Look at that.
Wow.
Like Dane was saying, this is a big problem on the coast here, all the way down to South America. The agricultural runoff from farms and the resorts and everything, the chemicals leach into the water and you get massive, massive blooms. It feels almost like plastic. It's really, really hard and spiky. And it floats because these little things here are called floats. A lot of seaweeds have these air pockets, and that's why it floats on the surface. And a little bit of it is great. As you saw, there's animals that live inside of it. It's great. It's almost like these floating islands out in the ocean that small creatures can hide in and stay safe. But when there's a lot of it, it takes over the beaches. So like anything, when there's too much of it, it starts to mess up the ecosystem.
While on board, we had to turn around due to a storm threat. But on the way back, the storm dissipated, and Dane took the opportunity to surprise us with something quite unique.
I'm getting ready for something. I don't exactly know. He won't tell me what.
That's a surprise. I can't let you know about my trip.
He said grab a mask and get ready to jump in.
I dive in and find hundreds of lobsters crawling over a big piece of coral. I didn't know what I expected, but it definitely wasn't that. They are quite often the centerpiece of a seafood feast down here in the Keys, but they can only be caught at certain times of the year, and as you can probably tell, it isn't that time.
Dave, that's crazy. Why is there so many?
What we got here is the lobsters. We believe they come from Mexico. They lay their eggs over there, and then the eggs drift across the Gulf, and they land ashore. The eggs drift, and they fall to the bottom of the ocean, and they crawl up on the Gulf, and they come into Everglades City. And then they start to grow there, and they come up the Keys, which would be heading west. So from now till September is when the lobsters really start to migrate.
Well, that was amazing.
I'm so glad you got to see that.
That was wonderful.
I want to share that with you.
There's a saying though in Florida, right? That the weather always changes?
Always changes. So we're going to head back to the dock and regroup.
It rains here often in the summer, but usually it doesn't last long. Dane wants to take me to a historical site he's fond of, on the mainland, as we wait for the weather to change.
So Mike, check this place out. It's one of my favorite places to bring my friends when they come in town to Key West. Once we get up there, you can see the whole island of Key West, the Gulf, the Atlantic, Key West Harbor. It's a really nice place, and it was made in 1825.
And it was also powered by whale oil lamps originally.
Yeah, and we're about to see the crystals up there, so this is really cool. This is a historic place in Key West. We get ready for the hurricanes in the dry season and clean your yards up and get everything and prepare ahead of time. So when the hurricanes come, we don't have much to do but board up the windows.
Look at the weather again. It's changed. It went from pouring rain back to being decent. So what's it like living here?
I love the water, snorkeling, the mangroves.
So we left the water because weather had dumped on us, but it looks like she's turned around, right?
Yeah, let's go back out there and give it another try.
We
See
can
what
go.
we can see. I really want to show off the backyard.
I was hoping he was going to say that.
When we come back, we dive headfirst into the waters to meet some more locals.